So you want to send a social worker to a domestic violence call. This video is brought to you by TatumReport.com. TatumReport.com. The link is in the description section. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live or make a video. Also hit the join tab so you can join the Tatum squad. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, Keith Ellison, some of these other brain absent individuals who are out here telling you, they're selling you a dream. They're selling you a dream. Matter of fact, they're selling you a nightmare. They're out here telling you that it makes sense to defund the police department, which means that they're going to cut back on resources for police officers, real police officers. They're going to cut back on staffing, and they're going to hire or divert money to a citizen response unit, whatever they want to call it. Freedom fighters, I think, maybe in Minneapolis, they call them freedom fighters. They want citizens to go to these calls, right? They had the nerve. Keith Ellison, I want y'all to understand Keith Ellison. So if he's running your city, you need to understand that he's incompetent. He's saying that police officers don't need to go to mental health calls. Police officers shouldn't go to domestic violence calls. Bruh, I don't understand. My son, 9-year-old boy, probably understands that you can't just send a social worker to these potentially violent calls. Let me give you an example why. Why do you say this, Brandon? Because I was a police officer. I've been to these calls. Let's use this for example. You send a social worker to a domestic violence call. I'm assuming that you're not going to have them go through a year worth of training like you do police officers. They're not going to have to learn de-escalation tactics. I'm talking about in tactical situations, not just de-escalating somebody sitting on the couch being calm. I'm talking about de-escalating the person that has now gone in a manic state and they're ready to choke you out. So de-escalation, learning defensive tactics, meaning learning how to fight, then being able to be poised under pressure for you to call the real police when they start kicking you in the head. So you're going to train them to do all this. They need to know constitutional rights. They need to know laws. They have to know all this stuff before they go in your house. What they can and cannot do according to the law. They need to know all this stuff. So you're not going to train them for a whole year, I'm assuming, because you need to replace the police officers right now. So they're untrained. They're going to go into a domestic violence situation. Domestic violence calls are the most dangerous calls a police officer can ever go to because they're emotionally driven and people crack up on you in a split second. They're going to go to a call where a woman that got beat up by a boyfriend. These brain dead politicians are assuming that baby daddy is somebody gone and he just going to say, I'm never going to go back to that house again, because the police aren't going to show up, but I do not want to go and scare that social worker. So he's never going to come back to the house. You got the social worker in there. Girlfriend get all crazy. She's crying. He comes back because he's ready to wipe the whole house out. And you got poor old social worker in there that ain't never been in a stressful situation in his or her life, and they finna get bludgeoned. Now you have 2 or 3 victims in a situation where there shouldn't have been none of them. You should do it like we did it on my police department. The real cops show up with training and experience. And if the stuff hit the fan, they can deal with it. And then once the police officers get the scene under control or they stand guard outside, you have the social worker come in and talk sweet nothings into their ear. But until then, you need real people with real tactics. Now, just imagine this. Riddle me this, Batman. You got a person going to a call where a person is having a mental issue. And I'm not saying this in a bad way. Sometimes people crack up. They have PTSD, whatever the case may be. Trust me, I've seen a lot of it. They go to that call. The person is saying, they don't tell them that there's a firearm in the house or nothing like that. They just talking to them, how come over the house. The person decide that they're going to get wicked and they're going to end it all. As soon as the social worker show up, they get a you know what from the closet or the dresser or the safe, wherever you want to call it. And they go, and now they want to end it all while the social worker's sitting there. What you going to do, social worker? Call the police? Man, listen. It's out of control, ladies and gentlemen. It's out of control. If you know anything about policing, there are things police officers should be there for. If you ask me, I think police officers should be there in all of these situations, and you can have these social workers come in after the police. But it's not going to end well because these people have no idea what they're talking about. They've never been a cop. They never done a ride along. They know nothing about policing. And they're putting their cities and in some cases their states in critical condition. They're putting them in a position where they're literally in a backyard with a pit bull that haven't eaten in a week, that's been fighting his whole life. That's what they're doing to these social workers. They're going to push you out there, let you get towed up. We're going to talk about lawsuits, and then I'm going to finish the video. There is going to be a tremendous amount of lawsuits when it comes to social workers taking the position of a police officer. Because at any point, you violate somebody's rights, you get into a physical altercation with somebody, or you're negligent, or you're not capable of defending them the way that they should be defended, they're going to sue the mess out of the state. They're going to sue the police department. They're going to sue the city council. They're going to be paying out lawsuits like nobody business. Because if you get attacked as a social worker, you have to defend yourself, right? Oh, no, you're going to lay there until the police get there and take 3 minutes to get there? Oh, okay, I was just wondering. You defend yourself and you end up hurting somebody, they're going to sue. But they're not thinking about that, ladies and gentlemen. They want to be SJWs. They want to coddle your feelings all the way to your demise. They want to coddle you to demise. Like that kid that act up and you don't never spank him. And they just play with your emotions, and they never do nothing. You put them in the corner. They're thinking about how they're going to hurt you when while they're in the corner. And they get out of the corner, they do more stuff. When you get that belt, waka, 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 waka. You don't do stuff twice. That's all I'm saying. I am still glad my dad don't spank me no more. I'm still glad. And I'm 33 years old. And I'm glad I don't get them whoopings no more. I'm glad. Daddy ain't had no problem with me having my friend over the house when he wasn't at home yet. Because he told me not to do it. And I thought my friend had a pass because we knew him. No, I got towed up. I ain't going to play with them dishes no more, huh? I'm going to do them dishes right the first time. Daddy had to do that once. And I ain't never do that again. Some of y'all need to get on that. That's a whole nother video. So I could talk for another 3 hours about disciplining your kids, but I'll do it on another video. Write a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Are these people crazy or is B. Tatum losing it? Make sure you visit TatumReport.com. Also join the Join tab where you can join the Tatum Squad. It's right there by my name somewhere. You can click on it when you click the bell. We have a whole bunch of people joining the squad, so I just want to make it available to you. Like, subscribe to the channel. The Officer Tatum store will be on TatumReport.com, so you can go there to get it. I love you guys. See you on the next one. I'm out.